I just got off the phone with Tom Mercado from the Budget Committee. This thing with Favre screwed up, Hooch.
What? They can't lump us in with that fucking Martian.
We're all in the same boat, fellas.
But our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Good afternoon, you styling people, you. Listen to 96.1 FM Styling's dragging in the afternoon, helping you get through your workday. And yeah, that's what we be doing. What up, people?
What's going on?
What's up? What's up? Happy Monday.
Yep, it's Monday. Yep. Back to work.
Monday.
Back fucking Monday, man. Back to work on Monday. So yeah.
I love
You love Mondays?
I love Mondays. I do. Because Sundays are like housework day where I get everything, deep cleaning, all the housework really done. So Monday mornings are like the best. Like I wake up to this clean house, get everything, everything. It's just Mondays are very prepared for me.
Kids all go back to school.
Yeah, go back to school. Yeah. Kind of normality. Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can
see that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
First we just thought you were fucking weird, but now that you give her the brighter picture of it, I'm like, yeah, my house is pretty clean on Monday. Yeah, for a few days.
I mean, not that it's like trashed every other day, but you know what I mean? It's I get all the deep cleaning done on Sundays. So Monday, it's just like I wake up to the smell of just freshness and just morning and just, I don't know. I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys don't like Mondays?
Yeah, Mondays are okay.
Yeah, they're okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike Mondays, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not my favorite day of the week, I mean, I probably because, touring all over the country for years, I'd have to be back at work on Monday.
Yeah.
And so it's like...
And after running all weekend, that sucks sometimes.
Yeah, and it's like going to big, whether I was doing Slick Chicks or Girls Gone Wild or doing fucking big car and truck shows, it's like, well, got to get back to work. And then it's like the alarm goes off and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
So, but...
No.
It's like extraordinary weekends. Those are special weekends.
Yeah. Yeah, so what'd you guys do over the weekend?
Worked out in the yard on Saturday.
Well, you act like that was a chore. You're like,
no, I had to get the lawnmower fired up in case I need to use it. And had to change the plugs on it and air the tires up on it. You know how that is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's spring now. It's spring now,
people. Some plugs for it, yep. Grass is starting to green, get some clumps, so I know another week I'll be mowing it.
Yep.
Be doing that once a week mow job again.
Yeah, no shit. Like, out of my condo, we have lawn care people and, but my yard's fenced in, so the rule is I take care of my own shit. And I've got this damn mole in my yard, and like...
Oh, man, those are the worst.
Man, I've got stuff to kill it, but, you put it down the hole and you pull the string, well, I've got the pugs, so...
Yeah.
I can't have them out there with the shit, so...
my mom used to have a cat that would catch moles.
Really?
That fucker would get down there and he'd catch that mole digging.
Yeah.
And he'd get behind it and start digging to it where it couldn't go back through its hole.
No shit.
And he'd pop that thing out of there and kill it every time.
Man, that's what I need. I need to borrow a cat.
Yeah, it was cool to watch him do it because he'd be out there and all of a sudden you'd see him stalking something. I'm like, what the hell is he stalking? Oh. and you'd see a little bit of dirt move at the end of the molehill,
Mhm.
molehill, and he'd get right on that molehill, and he'd start digging like a son of a bitch at first. He'd make him a little hole about a foot back behind it, then he'd just start digging his way to it. It's funny.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, I know my pugs, they've tried to go after it, and sometimes they go out in the yard and they bark at the fucking yard, and the neighbors are like, "What's wrong with your dog?" I'm like, "I don't know, you know."
You
Hey,
got a garden hose?
yeah, I could hook a garden hose up. What am I gonna flush him out like fucking that movie, the golf movie?
Yeah, like the groundhog.
Yeah.
There's actually a thing where if you take a gallon jug of milk, or a gallon milk jug, fill it with water, take the lid off of it, shove it in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times the groundhog will try to come back out the hole the water's going in, and he'll end up in the milk jug.
No shit. See, somebody else
I seen it on YouTube.
told me if you take Coca-Cola, which I went and bought a 12-pack of Coca-Cola, and you pour it out there,
Mm-hmm.
or pour it in a hole, and if they drink it, they can't digest it.
Mm.
So I think what happened over the winter, this fucker had a bunch of babies, and well, they're making a subdivision through my yard, and I've got one of those smashers, you know, like it's a 12-inch plate, and I'm out there every morning smashing the ground, like,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's like,
Oh, tamper. Yeah.
yeah. What are they called? A tamper?
Tamper. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wonder what the actual name of it was, but yeah, I'm gonna get that mold one day. What I think I'm gonna have to do is, at night, when I let the pugs out, and then they come back in, that's when I'm gonna light the fucking yard up, man. And
They call it chugging for gophers.
chugging for gophers, no shit.
Yeah, you use a water bottle, one of the big water bottles.
Mm.
We'll all have to try it at our yard and see compare results.
Oh,
It's
no.
all over YouTube. You have to look it up, Isaac. It's crazy. It's funny.
Yeah. I got to do something, you know. I talked to the maintenance about it, and they talked to the groundskeeper, and they're like, "Well, we can set up some traps," and I'm like, you know, and then they brought out some shit, and I'm like, dude, that's like for catching a fucking rat or something, you know, like that. It don't come out of the hole very often, so yeah, you know, that's just gonna be me this year fighting with the fucking groundhog, like, or gopher, or whatever the fuck it is, like mole, or
You should film it when you go out to mess with it.
well, I told you guys about. I told you
got
guys.
one.
I told you guys the story about the fucking
That's a
possum.
gopher.
I told you guys the story about the possum on New
Oh,
Year's
yeah.
Eve. Yeah. I was like, I'm just gonna shoot the motherfucker, and I'm like, hold on, I can't. I live in the St. Louis city now, like fucking. But then again, everybody else getting shot, so you
Yep.
know what's fucking difference, you know?
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I do have an Uzi with a suppressor on it, so I mean, you know, could go out there and just fucking handle it the right way.
Yep.
There you go.
My luck, I'll shoot up the fucking yard and miss it.
Who did
Have you ever
this?
seen the video? Have you ever seen the video on Facebook where the guy was going to, he was trying to get rid of the moles in his yard? Here it is. He blows up his backyard.
So it's just like
my
the
God.
golf movie. So
Well, yeah, he's got two dogs out here. He's got these two beagles sitting out here in the grass. He puts this fucking gas down in this hole and then lights it, and then it doesn't do anything. And he's like, shit. And he's standing there for a second, and all of a sudden, the whole fucking yard blows up. Both the dogs go. One of the dogs goes flying. I'm like, what the shit? I'll try to send it over to our page.
matter of
It's funny.
fact, now that you said that, I've got a really good story of something that happened to me years ago that neither one of you know about.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so my grandparents were moving back to southern Missouri, and I bought the house across the street from them, right? Because they were going to move, right?
Right.
And I got a good deal on that house, and of course they decided they weren't going to move, and they built a house and sold it, right? So now they're across the street. Now I don't want to live across the street from them, right? So I
Right.
rented that house out for off and on. when I say rented it out, is basically I'd put one of my employees in there, right?
Right.
And so when I was going through my divorce with Crystal, I moved back to that house, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, we had this tree out front, and the tree got cut down. Well, there was a hybrid hornet and bumblebee hybrid mix.
Okay.
And so when I was cutting the grass one day, it was just a stump. Well, it had raised a part of the root, and I hit it with the mower, bent the blade, slung the mower out of my fucking hand, and thousands and thousands of these fucking things come out of the ground.
Oh, that's terrifying.
My grandma lived across the street, and these things are stinging the fuck out of me. I'm running, screaming, and she could see me from the window. She's like, you could see me running in this big black cloud behind me, right?
Yeah.
Man, I come running up in her house, and man, I got stung. I had to go to the hospital over it. I got stung over 1,000 times by these things, and it put me in the hospital for 2 days.
Wow.
So, you know me. I'm like, fuck, these motherfuckers are getting vacated, right?
Yep.
So I got me some diesel fuel, and I had a little bit of nitromethane left over from one of the race cars, and some kerosene, and I fucking poured it all over that damn stump, and then I lit it on fire, and it was like, boom, and these things come out, and they were flying around on fire, and fucking caught one of the neighbor's trees on fire and shit. And then come to find out there was a fucking gas line underneath that tree. Thank God that thing didn't get ruptured. It blew up my fucking house. But yeah, it was kind of funny because I was running. I was screaming like a bitch, man. I swear to God. I was like, help me. And I'm fucking getting stung. I was in the hospital for 2 days, and my body, dude, I wish I had a picture of it, but my body was like, I got stung so much, and I'm not allergic to this shit, but they had so much venom in them because it was like a hybrid and a bumblebee mix.
Right.
And yeah, man, I mean, it's like getting fucking rabies shots, I mean,
And shit.
yeah, I mean, it was so bad they just started putting shit in my IV, but yeah, that's a story that I never told you guys about that. Yeah.
I went to pick up a truck one time, and it was in the weeds behind his house. And I needed the frame for it. It was a little, it's like an 82 Toyota pickup.
Oh, okay.
It had no bed on it. The body was pretty much fucked, but I wanted it for the frame and the engine because I was going to put a rat rod on it.
Okay.
So it was sitting in the tall weeds back there, and I went back there and got the weeds all pushed down. My buddy brought his big Dodge Diesel over, and it's got 3 flat tires on it. And he's like, how are we going to get it home? I said, we're just going to drag it with your truck all the way across town, right past the mayor's house and everything. He's like, sounds good to me. So, didn't think nothing of it. It's hot outside. There's a cooler sitting in the passenger seat, popped open. Didn't think nothing about that. Or no, it wasn't a cooler. It was an air conditioner. Window unit air conditioner sitting in the passenger seat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think nothing of it. I jump in the truck. We hook it up. I jump in the truck. He jerks me out of there because he's got to jerk it sideways because it's next to a fence. So, he just jerks it sideways with that big old Dodge. And it thing straightens up, and he starts pulling it across the yard. All of a sudden, there is a swarm of wasps comes out of this freaking air conditioner.
Oh, no shit.
Mm-mm.
I know
I
the
go to open
feeling.
the door, and the inside door handle doesn't work, and there's no window crank.
Oh, fuck.
And I can't get to the door handle on the other side for all the wasps. They're stinging me. I can't put a window down. I can't get out of the fucking truck. I'm hitting the brakes, and I ain't doing nothing because I'm being pulled by a big Dodge Diesel.
Yeah.
So I start waving at him. Finally, he looks in his rearview mirror. And I'm like, come back here and open the door. I'm motioning for him to come back, so he opens the door, and I'm like, open the fucking door. And he goes running back out. He rips the door open, and I just bail out, and he's like, what the? Oh, shit. I said, wasn't your fault, but goddamn, I had to have a break. He's like, son of a bitch. I think we counted, I got stung like 42 times.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, I don't have any stories like that. I've never really been stung. I think I've only been stung like twice in my entire life. He's like me. They'll land on me, wasps.
Well, because you're sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I
Yeah.
guess so. I do a story, though. I'll never forget this one time I was chased around in Casey's parking lot by a bee. I can only imagine what it looks like driving by. I'm wearing like
I can picture you running and yelling about a bee chasing you.
out there doing circles and zigzags all around the parking lot looking like a crazy lady.
I don't know how many times my ex-wife has gotten topless because of a June bug.
Oh, really?
Oh, she does not like June bugs. One lands on her, she's stripping and running at the same time. It's funny.
Oh man, we gotta be careful as ladies with June bugs in our hair. I don't know if she's got curly hair, but they will get in there and they
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
fucking will, man. I mean, what is up with that
There's
shit?
buzz in there, and you're like, oh.
I
Yeah.
looked up one time the purpose of a June bug. Like, what are they for? You know, like
Yeah.
what are they do? You know, and their sole purpose in life is to be consumed. They are here solely just for consumption. And
Yep.
so, drinking with a bunch of girls one night at my house, and we had picked up this girl on the side of the road. She was crying, you know, so we pick her up. Turns out she's from like Compton, and she's telling us all these stories about how like her dad cooks meth and just this crazy stories. And we're sitting there, and you know, somehow June bugs get brought, well, because it was summertime and the June bugs are flying. And we look up what the purpose of June bug was. Well, I somehow got this chick who was talking all this shit, like she's so hard, I talked her into fucking eating it.
Oh.
She did it. We were all drunk. We were drunk as fuck.
Yeah, I'm looking at the news thing that comes across our desk. They got looks like an iRobot, and it can do acrobatic flips now.
Cool.
Yeah, so
That's kind of crazy.
yeah, it is crazy. I'm sitting there watching the video. I'm like, what the fuck? And then in Mississippi and Arkansas, tornado broke out several states over the weekend, and yeah, it's not saying what category it was. I think it was an EF4, and it fucked up shit. Yeah, I'm looking at 71-year-old woman rescued after her cat got struck by lightning.
Oh, shit.
Struck by lightning and thrown into the Oregon River. And woman jumps in
shit.
after her. Yeah. If the cat got struck by lightning, I mean, the cat's gone. I mean, like, wow. That's crazy.
I could make a joke about it, but I'm not going to because that's rude. That's rude.
Yeah. And then
That's kind of sad.
TikTok video, 100 canines in a school bus makes fun snack time TikTok video. Yeah, so basically everybody in this freaking town threw their dogs on it's a school bus, but it's like wrapped or painted like a Dalmatian just to make a video.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool right there with all the dogs sitting in there. Oh, it was sponsored by some Tail Waggers Treats.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So let's see what else they got in the news feed. Man, it's crazy. Shots from Hawaii. 600-foot, lava going up in the air.
Damn.
Yeah, crocodile trolling the streets of Miami neighborhood. Sheriff's office blocked
every
off the
day.
street. Yeah. This look at this fucking reptile, man. He just cruising around, and they keep blocking off the streets, and it's trying to go back home. And it got stuck in a fence.
Every time I start doing something, you damn cops show up. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
They need to destroy.
Yeah. Well, this big ass alligator, dude, this thing's like 14 foot long. It got stuck in a fence. Well, it broke the fence, got through. What do we got here? Oh, wow. Big alligator causes chaos with police officers to deliver a pizza. The police had to deliver the pizza, and yes, it was less than 30 minutes. That was in Florida. I never look at this news thing that comes, because, we're a fucking radio station,
Right.
and we get this thing on the teleprompter thing here, and I never look at it until today. I'm like, wow.
Guess we need to look at it more often.
Yeah, I mean, this is news from around the world. Shit. The pizza was delivered by the cops. That's a nice cop. Oh, it's a 71-year-old woman who ordered the pizza. Huh.
That is a nice cup.
Yeah. And he says, just call 911 next time you order. Better not be putting that out there. Shit.
No shit.
Yeah.
It's a stoner. Man, I need a pizza.
Man, that was the funniest Florida man story you said last week. Fucking
Which one?
the one where the guy called the police because he wasn't sure about the drugs, and I'm like, how fucking dumb
I'm sure
are
they
you?
were real.
Yeah,
Test strips over.
yeah. Here's a good one right here. It says Cybertruck supposedly can float, according to Elon Musk. Guy put
yeah.
his jet ski in the back of a Cybertruck. And then it slid down. They were unloading the jet ski. And apparently it slid down into the water and they don't float.
Oh, no, they're too heavy.
No. So,
They're heavy as a damn diesel.
yeah. So, yeah, that's some stories right there, guys, for your Monday morning. Or Monday morning. Well, it might be morning somewhere. Fucking, I don't know. But
It might be somebody's morning.
yeah, somebody's morning. I mean, we are around the world, so it's morning somewhere. So on that note, guys, we're going right back into music on 96.1 Styling.